everyone. Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. From here in the Brewery Arts Center in beautiful downtown Carson City, I'm Cortney Bloomer, and I'm joined this week by our guest, Linda Porzig from the National Alliance for Mental Illness. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
Great to have you here today. Tell us a little bit about the National Alliance for Mental Illness, or NAMI.
Okay. NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, is in all 50 states. We have 1,100 affiliates, and we recently, 1 year ago, started affiliate in Carson City, but it's basically encompasses a large rural area, and we have now 80 members, and for a first year, that's really exciting. And we're offering all the basic NAMI courses and support systems and groups for the first year, and we're also offering presentations on raising awareness about mental illness. So we're off to a very good start. We're 15 months old, and we really have accomplished in the first 15 months what most affiliates take 5 years to get to. So, and it's because we have wonderful community support.
So you guys have really hit the ground running. I know that mental illness and access to mental health services is an important issue here in Nevada, and that you guys are doing a lot to fill that need, especially with some of your classes. You've got the In Your Own Voice presentations, and also Family to Family, which is a really great program that NAMI offers. Can you tell us a little bit about those classes? Who are they for? Who can attend those? What are some of the benefits of taking part in those classes?
Well, first of all, they're all free, and they're all funded by a sub-grant from the state of Nevada. And our signature flagship course is NAMI Family to Family, and that's evidence-based. It's the gold standard for family education and mental illness recognized by SAMHSA. And we teach it several times a year in the Carson area, and right now we're in the middle of a class, but we will be offering it again probably in the fall or the winter. And it's designed for family members of adult individuals with mental illness. And it teaches a culture of support and recovery, and it offers a lot of information about brain disorders, medication, and whatnot. And then we have another course that kind of piggybacks on that called NAMI Basics, and that's for family members and caregivers and grandparents and foster care parents of adolescents and children with mental illness, and that's offered on an ongoing basis in our affiliate also. And both of those courses are now being offered in Spanish. We've taught our first one, Familia a Familia, in Reno, and we're going to be teaching basics in Spanish in Carson City in the fall. So we're a bilingual educational opportunity.
Fantastic. So how often are those offered? You mentioned one's going now, so the next one is in the fall?
Right. Family to Family, we're going to try to offer 3 times a year. Right now we have a teacher shortage, but we're training more teachers. The demand has been great. A lot of people have engaged, and they tell their neighbors when they take the class how much they learned about supporting their loved one. And so we haven't been able to train teachers to keep up with the demand, but we're going to be doing several trainings over the summer, and in the fall we'll start rolling out more courses in both Family to Family and in Basics. So it's growing.
Now, I know that, for example, the In Your Own Voice training that NAMI does is led by people who have experienced mental illness for themselves. And you guys use a lot of volunteer teachers who have experience in this area.
Right.
If someone wanted to come and enroll in this teacher training that you guys are offering, what are you looking for?
We're all based on the peer concept, so the family members who have the lived experience of, being in a nuclear family with someone with mental illness take a 2-day intensive training, and they train other family members, and same thing with peers. Those people in recovery will do 2 days, state trainers do 2 days of training to train other peers to go out. And so every one of the NAMI classes you will attend, the person who is your facilitator or teacher has lived what you're going through. And it's a very powerful experience. And we don't teach like in a lecture format. We teach in a circle. We're all on the same level and we're all sharing. So it's a very comfortable learning experience, and it's non-judgmental, and it's very supportive for a family who is going through the challenge of trying to get somebody to a good place in recovery.
Fantastic. It sounds like you guys are offering a lot of really good programs and are getting great support from the community. As a testament to that, I hear that you guys have some good news of the hundreds of chapters of NAMI all across the country. Western Nevada chapter has been recognized with an award. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we were just notified a few days ago that we received the 2015 Outstanding Affiliate Award, and we're very excited about this. There are only 3 affiliates in Nevada. There's Northern Nevada in Reno and Southern Nevada in Las Vegas. But nationally, there are 1,100 affiliates, so 1 out of 1,100 we're very proud of. And that's basically happened because of the kind of support we got from the coalitions and from the behavioral health industry. We really have had a real good community model of rollout, and people have engaged, and it's just been very exciting. We have a very motivated board of community leaders, and they really knew how important NAMI was for the Carson City area, and they've helped us take it. We're out in, as you know, we're out in Healthy Community Coalitions and in Douglas County also, and we're engaging people in programs everywhere we go, and they seem to be, people in Nevada seem to be very receptive because there aren't a lot of resources for families who are facing mental health challenges, and this seems to be very popular at the moment, and we're excited about it because we would really like to become a major force in Nevada for mental health advocacy, and we're on our way.
Absolutely. Like you just mentioned, your chapter also provides services in outlying areas, not just here in Carson City.
Right.
So if we have someone who's in one of our rural communities out in Lyon County, or even as far out as Mineral County,
right.
You all are providing services and classes and support for those people as well.
Right. And we have, for instance, we have our peer-to-peer program twice a year, and there aren't a lot of recovery supportive programs out in the rurals. So we're developing programs to carpool and shuttle people in to Carson City, and they will take a 10-session free course on how to manage their illness and how to re-enter the workforce. And it's led by people who are also in recovery and trained to facilitate that. And so we've only had one peer-to-peer class, but it went amazingly well. And the next one will be right after Labor Day, and we already have a lot of people signing up from the rural areas to come in. So we're very gratified that it's been this well received.
Growing fast.
Right.
Well, coming up very soon, it's going to be May. May is an important month for you guys. It is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right.
Did I get that right?
That's right.
So what events do you guys have planned? What will you be doing to recognize that and to promote mental health awareness during the month of May?
Okay. Our big push in May is In Our Own Voice, and we are teaching, we're showing recovery in this program, and it's 75 to 90 minutes, and it's 2 individuals at a high level of recovery share their recovery journeys, and it's punctuated by videos from NAMI National, and we talk about the various stages people go through in recovery and how the families have helped them through that process. And we're going to be offering these presentations throughout the northwestern area of Nevada, and we have, I believe, 7 schedules in the middle of May. And if you're interested in attending an In Our Own Voice presentation, you can call our NAMI Western Nevada information line, which is 440-1626. And I can email or send flyers for all the various In Our Own Voice presentations. We're going to be speaking to several of the coalitions and showing our program. And we're also working with the Veterans Administration because NAMI has an agreement with the Veterans Administration, and we're trying to support returning veterans in whatever way we can. So we're going to be doing In Our Own Voice with the VA, and we're also going to be introducing a new course in the fall called Homefront, and it's for veteran families to teach a course and a support system for other veteran families, and that's really needed in our community. And we're getting very good response from the veteran community for that program.
Now, in the interest of Mental Health Awareness Month, there's still a lot of stigma around mental health. A lot of people still have a hard time admitting that maybe they need help. What would your message be to families in our community or individuals in our community who maybe need help and are hesitant to reach out and seek that help?
Well, there are a lot of really wonderful free resources in mental health education. I mean, we encourage all forms of mental health education. NAMI has programs for peers and family members, but there's also a general mental health education class called Mental Health First Aid. I'm also a certified mental health first aid instructor. And sometimes when people are ambivalent and they're not really sure if they're dealing with a mental health issue in their family, it's good to just get some basic general mental health education. And mental health first aid, there are 32 trainers around the state, and it's offered periodically in all the counties. And it's just an 8-hour course to educate the general population about mental illness and about transitioning individuals into care, which is our big goal, you know. So
absolutely. So when is that course going to be offered again? Do you have plans
if you
to offer
go,
that in our area?
there's a website, the National Council on Behavioral Health is the entity. It's the Association of Psychiatrists, Psychologists, and Social Workers, and mental health first aid nationally is administered through them. Oh. And if you go to their website, the nationalcouncil.com, I believe it is, and if you Google mental health first aid, you'll get the directory, and you can see, just plug in your zip code and see where it's offered in your area. I know we periodically have it in the Carson City area, so I'd say 3 or 4 times a year in Carson and Douglas, and it's very valuable as an entry-level education course. And I know we work very closely with the various other mental health educators in the state, and we refer to each other's classes, and there are a number of good mental health courses offered in Northern Nevada. So it's in NAMI. You can receive information if you call us about any number of mental health courses that are available to the general public.
So if you're concerned that a family member has mental illness, or you don't know how to approach that, this would be a great resource for people to use.
And also the NAMI support groups. We have open support groups twice a month in Carson City at Compass Behavioral Health. We have, on Sunday evenings, we have a family support group, and anybody who has a general concern, they're all confidential, they're small groups, and the participants are very supportive of one another and offer some good insight and advice, and it's just shared wisdom in dealing with this common family problem. And we also have peer groups. If you yourself are worried about your own mental health and want to discuss some of your issues, there are peer-led groups. There's also one at Carson. Carson Mental Health has one for young adults, co-occurring disorders. For many young people have addiction and mental health issues, and this is a great opportunity for people in recovery to get together once a week, and that's I believe it's Tuesday night at Carson Mental Health. But if you call our general information number, you can get information. We will be starting some other support groups in the area, and in the next year we hope to double the number of support groups we currently have.
Well, you've certainly grown quickly in the past year, so in the upcoming year we'll look for even more from NAMI here in Carson City and in our surrounding area.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else that you want to let our community know about your services, or about some of the things that you've got coming up in the next month or so?
Well, because we're a victim of our own success, because we've grown so rapidly, we're short on teachers. And I know we've run into a lot of people in the community that are either about to retire or recently retired and looking for an avenue to give back to the community. And I would like to invite anyone who has experienced mental illness in their family who might be interested to call us and talk about opportunities to volunteer for presentations and for classes. If we have people can volunteer 2 hours a month or 15 hours a month, we have a variety of programs where people can give back, and it's a very rewarding. We always say we receive more than we give, because the people in our organization are just wonderful, and the families are very appreciative of having a culture where they can come and discuss their loved ones and support their loved ones and not feel judgment, because stigma, as on the whole in our culture, stigma is very difficult for people with mental illness, and NAMI provides a safe, supportive environment for people who are either affected by mental illness or supporting loved ones who have mental illness.
And one more time, let's just give everybody that number again to your office.
It's NAMI Western Nevada, and our phone number, our new phone number, is 775-440-1626.
So if you want to volunteer, or if you feel like your family or a loved one could utilize NAMI's services, that's the number to call.
Right.
All right. Linda, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been great having you here. And thanks to all of you for joining us again this week for It's Your City. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.